you do quarter turn shots as well?
Oh, I didn't get there.
Oh, keep going. Just like that?
Yes.
Okay. Now you work on your quarter turn ones?
I'm working on the jump shot one.
The one where you quarter turn here. Keep that ball in the slot all the time, right? So good energy here, but just keep that ball right in line with your shooter's hip so that you can get that in a straight line. Come to the dive for a second. It's easy to fix. You just got to keep the ball in a straight line. But you're going to start doing this because you're so, and I'm righty, so I'll shoot mirror image. This is what you were doing, right? So you were shooting like that. Now, I'm going to straighten it out, and you're still going to shoot. I'm exaggerating, right? So it's going to be frustrating at first, okay? So when you're straightening out your shot, right now, we're keeping the ball in the slot, right? What you also have to understand and start to think about is your hand, okay? When we're in the slot, so you're thinking slot and hand right now, slot and hand. So I want you to go back, okay? We're going to go back to two-handed shooting then because of this. All right, we want to start to form good habits, right? So slot and hand, so slot, right? And then when I shoot that ball, I want my pointer finger, my hand, into that hoop. Not here, down, into. Okay? So let's go back to the two-handed. You can go a little further away though. But no jumping, just work on keeping that ball in the slot. Now your feet are a little bit, probably too, yeah, don't want to turn them sideways. You want to be right. Now the whole time, just think about it, look at it in the slot. Is it in the slot? Yeah, look at it, follow it up. Now when you go to hold the basketball, hold it and then freeze. Now, how's your pointer fingers? Here, pointer fingers? Big difference, right? So, when you hold the basketball, you want your pointer finger to be down the middle of the basketball. All right, I apologize, I thought I taught this to you already. So, when your pointer finger's down the middle of the ball, the reason why is because we want our pointer finger to finish. Have we talked about that before in the past? Why our pointer finger is the last finger? Okay, so two reasons. Take your hand, your shooter's hand, spread out your fingers. All right, stretch your arm out, right? If I were to draw a straight line, keep your fingers spread out, right? If I were to draw a straight line from the nail straight through my finger, I'm not getting to my elbow. I'm not getting to my elbow. I'm almost getting to my elbow. I'm definitely getting to my elbow. So that's one lesson. Straight. It's straight from elbow to the fingertip. That's one thing. Another thing. Take your shooter's hand and do this. I'll stand in front of you so you can copy me, right? Now, if you use your middle finger or your peace sign, when you bend those two fingers, look at your ring finger and your pinky finger. Can you hold those two fingers straight up while you bend these two? It's impossible, right? Because the tendons over here are connected, right? But now, don't worry about keeping your middle finger still. It's not going to happen. But now, continue to try to keep your ring finger and your pinky still by bending just your pointer finger. See that? You can do it. Which means a lot less overall movement of your fingertips, okay? The less fingers are moving, more control over your fingers. That's another reason. Ultimately, your hand is what's going to shoot the basketball. Because NBA players have all sorts of crazy form, right? But what makes them, what's consistent about them, is that they have really strong hands. So a guy that might shoot the ball like this or over his head can get away with it in the NBA because his hands are super strong that he's able to compensate with that, okay? Now, if you take that guy that has crazy form, if you would give him good form, the shot would be even that much better, right? So don't look at weird form in the NBA and say, well, it works for him. Well, ultimately, consistency and strong hands are just as important as good form, right? But you're young, you still have a chance to do the correct form, and that's what I want you to think about. So, pointer finger. Oh, every time you shoot the basketball, I want you thinking that that basketball is coming off of the pointer finger. All right? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, when they shot the basketball, the last finger touched the basketball with the pointer finger, and then they would do this. All right, you ever see Kobe do this, right? People think he's showing off a three-pointer. No, he's doing this as he's going down the court because that's how Jordan did it, right? So that's rule number one, okay? So right now, that's how we hold the basketball. In the middle, it's in the middle, right? The other thing is you want to have an L. You You want to create an L with your, right? And you have a pretty good L already. Now, when you're doing this, think about an elevator shaft or a chimney, okay? We use the word shaft for that reason, okay? We've already talked about the slot. You're pretty good at not getting that ball in or out of the slot. That's good. But now what you want to, and this is a guy that's 95 years old from Bosco. He's an incredible, he brought my whole team into a classroom for a half hour, and we talked just about shooting. It was really, really impressive. And so I'm using some of his stuff, right? He talks about the shaft. And so what he means by that is this arm, right here, this part of the arm, you don't want to have it too far back. Now some players, I can get away with bending that 45-degree angle, but the more 90 degrees you are, and the more 90 degrees you are here, two 90-degree angles, all right, the more you'll have a chance of getting that ball up into your shaft. Now, personally, this is new to me. I'm used to shooting the ball just worrying about my slot, and I'm used to having this. So myself included, I'm fixing my shot a little bit, and I'll tell you, personally speaking, that when I start doing this and I really get this L up, and when I start really getting that form shooting, I realize A, I'm shooting the ball much more with my wrist than my arm, and B, L, all right, keep that ball in the shaft, okay, and when you follow through, elbow over eye. So I have the ball in the shaft, and then I want elbow over eye for my follow through. It's gonna feel weird at first. Different parts of your arm are going to be tired, and when you do this, I want you to tell me what parts of your arm are tired or hand, and so it'll indicate to me that it's working. All right, so right now, one-handed shot, come close again. I'm going to start over, okay? One-handed shot, right here, look at your L, good L here, good L here. All right, now from this point, don't do that. Don't start to launch it. From here, elbow over eye, up through that. Yes, all right? Good. Yep. Left off. Elbow over eye. Get that elbow over your eye. See how you're kind of like doing that? It's good because it's old habits. We're breaking that. So turn your feet a little bit better. Good, good, good. Keep the ball in the slot. Do you feel a little bit more wrist action? Okay, at first your wrist isn't as strong, so it's going to feel weird, but you're going to feel more control after a little bit. You're going to feel like you're going to be able to control that shot. Because the same muscles you use to text and to draw and to write are the same muscles that you're going to use to shoot. Okay? The smaller the muscle group, the easier it is to control. Big arm muscles, biceps, that's hard to control that. Because once you get it going, you can't stop it. Your wrist has a lot of different muscles here to kind of work on your rotation, your aim. Up and over, elbow over eye, elbow over eye. See how you have a 45-degree angle? Every time, look, is your pointer finger good? Okay. Am I in my L? Good. Hey, see that? You can hear it. That little the flick of the wrist. That's what that is. I'm surprised I didn't use that as one of the sounds in that song. You feel that? Good. Now try to get 5 swishes. We'll go together. You go, then I go. Let your palm breathe. Once you get 5 swishes, take a small step back. We're going to stay in the middle of the room today. We're not going to go to the side. I'll stay on the side. Keep that ball in the slot. Good concentration. 2-handed shooting with the new finger. Now that we use 2 hands, okay, the way that you hold the basketball with your other hand is different than I've ever been taught, and I agree with it. I've always been taught what? What have you been taught? Side, right? Always the word side, side, and never what? Never in front, or together, or never in front, right? 3/4. All right, Michael Jordan, again, I use Michael Jordan as an example. Michael Jordan holds the ball like this. He doesn't hold the ball on the side. A lot of good shooters, Steph Curry holds the ball like this. I'm not even going to get into him. Okay, but ultimately, if you have your hand a little bit more than the side, and I usually have my thumb somewhere around this area, okay, it's a good indication that my hand's a little bit more than the side, because if it's completely on the side, you're going to have a tendency to want to push that ball to the side, right? But if you're a little bit more in front, you have a little bit more control. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first because you're not used to it, but then now, if you're doing this for about a month, it feels a little bit more comfortable. Now, when I go to catch the ball, I feel a lot more comfortable with that, a little bit three-quarters. So you're going to be like right about here, and again, no legs right now. You're just working on the new form, holding the ball the new way, and then every once in a while go up. Oh, and I've got to fix my elbow. Up, okay. Up into your shot, okay? And then once you get 5 switches, you take a step back. Look at your pointer fingers and straight up and down the ball. Good. Keep the hand, ball in the slot, keep the ball in the slot. Now see, but you went up, you went right back to your old form. Right, so every once in a while, now that you're holding the ball new, go up, and then go shoot it. Make sure you're doing it the right way. See that? But go slow, nice and slow. Like, is it good? Okay. Adjust if it's not. Let your palm breathe. That's good. Big shaft. Yep, so shaft. You're going to hear at this point, think shaft, elbow over eye. Shaft, 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 elbow over eye. Okay. You did it right when you were practicing, but then when you went to shoot it, you really squeeze it in. Yeah, it's a new one for me. Even when you raise it up, you don't have to be quick with this. We're not working on speed right now. This is a smooth transition. Over out. So man, why don't you spin the basketball? Okay, I'm trying to make you self-sufficient as well, right? So I'm trying not to pass the ball. So pass the ball to yourself, catch, and shoot, and just continue to work on the dip. We still want to dip the ball. That's an old lesson, right? Just from like, like right in the city. If it's already, I spun it kind of low, so it's already dipped. Right? If it's already dipped, that's okay. But just work on catching that basketball the new way and transitioning into your slot, shaft, elbow over eye. And then to catch the new way, slot, shaft, elbow over eye. Oh, come on, go in. Stay low. Slot, shaft, elbow over eye. Slot, shaft, elbow over eye. Slot. Now when you dip that ball, right now you're dipping it here, really low, and a little bit outside of your body. And again, it's because you're used to swinging it back inside your body, right? So we're going to turn our feet a little bit more square. And when we catch that ball, okay, if we catch that ball, we don't want to dip it below our waist. All right, so don't dip it all the way down here because then it's going to take longer to get up. That slows your shot down, and it gets stolen, right? So get here, dip down to here, just bend that wrist, and then come back up into your slot. Even when you spin the basketball, try to keep that ball in your slot, even so when you catch it's that much easier. Good, that was a good adjustment. That's fine. You caught that ball on the inside. You went, whoop, yep, that's fine. Now you're starting to learn. Get that ball right to your slot, right to your shooter's slot, right to your, some people call it the shooter's hip, right? The hip pocket, right? Elbow over eye. Okay, keep that ball in the slot right now. It's your biggest issue. Just keeping that ball in front of you or here in the slot, in front of that leg. Let's shoot 5 shots without. So right now, this is what we're bridging the gap between. You're catching the ball. Your habit is to go here and up, right? But when you're doing it regular, and I'm going to go right into it, of course. When you're doing it regular, you're here, and you're not doing that, right? You're coming from here, straight up in, back to here, straight up in, and then you're shooting it, right? So shoot 5 more shots like that, and then your main focus after you shoot your 5 is going to be trying to catch that ball and really make sure that you're not doing this. You're getting right here, and you're going right up in your shot. All right, so shoot 5 without jumping. But that's what you're focusing on now, is keeping that ball. Okay. Feel it, right? Now it's starting to feel wrong. That was how it used to be normal. Now it's starting to feel wrong. Still, not that trouble. Pick that ball in the slot. So the only thing I want you to focus on right now is slot, 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 slot. Put that ball through your preset. Better. Definitely. Keep it in the slot right now. Get it in the slot, and then we'll work on the shaft. Slot. Right now your focus is slot right now. I can do this all day. Oh my gosh. Like this? No problem. I probably could do this all day. Oh my God, I gotta hold this up, I gotta hold this up, I gotta hold that up. My shoulder, tight. It's tiring, right? But after a while, this is gonna be your new normal. And this muscle is gonna be stronger, and this muscle is gonna be stronger, and your wrist muscle is gonna be super strong, and you're gonna be fading away from the hoop, and you're gonna get fouled, and you're not gonna have any of that other stuff, but all you're gonna have is that little wrist touch, and one, right? So, good, that's good feedback. That means that it's working. So, where are we? Let's make a couple shots where I feel I'm satisfied. I want to be satisfied with that. Good, pretty good. Right to that slot. Excellent. With that, now let's do some range shooting with that. Now I'll pass you the ball. Okay, we'll just do very most simple drill ever. 5 shots from 5 spots. Okay, again, this is form shooting. Right? So start with the wing, the corner. All right, about 10, wherever that white line is, 15 feet away. Where the volleyball line is. Yeah, I want you. We'll get some threes up too. Don't worry. 1 second. All right, because I don't want you to. Yeah, I want you to. Keep it in the slot. Keep it in the slot. Think slot and shaft. So you're still thinking slot and shaft. Slot shaft, elbow over eye. One more, slot shaft, elbow over eye. Get back to your spot. Back up over. Just right here. Stay low. Now I want you to do something. I want you to play coach. Every time you shoot it, I want you to, and even if you don't know, say I don't know coach. If you know it's slot, if you know it's shaft, if you know it's follow through, let's see what's going on in your head. Okay? It's good to float forward, but if you're here and you're open, you don't want to form a habit of attacking the ball like this for a shot, because if you're open here and somebody goes to pass the ball, you might not be open here. That defender's coming up on you, right? So now it's different if you're going in this direction. If I'm receiving the ball here, yeah, I really want to go through that pass to get away from my defender. But since I'm passing you the ball in intervention, I'm not going to pass it from under the key. Anytime you're receiving a pass from under the key, make sure that you don't want to go towards the ball too much. Still floating forward, you can still float forward in your shot, right? But what you want to do is stay where you are and just stay low. And then as that ball's coming to you, just do a little hop right where you are. Okay? Does that make sense? Yep, you're passing the ball. So I'm low. I'm already open, but I'm still going to hop. But I'm not jumping forward. I'm not jumping left or right. I'm nice, locked in, low. A little bit of a hop just to give me some momentum in my shot. Okay? Good. Stay low. Who's there? What was wrong?
Slot.
Good. That was footwork. That was footwork. You're going to get it. Next spot. Catch at it. right now, it's your feet too, right? You're breaking back into your old habits of catching sideways, right? Again, I'm not opposed to turn shooters at all. Don't be too much, all right? Because then you're here, now you're coming out. This is comfortable. Yeah, you gotta get used to that. Oops, figure it out anyway. Slot, 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 slot. Those other two shots were out of the slot too, you just happen to make them. Slot, better. That was better. That was better. That was just an issue with arc. The slot was better though, straight shot. You're good. Now when you catch that ball, remember this hand's behind the ball. When you go to, you don't want to catch the ball, the shooter hand, your left hand, is behind the ball. Right? So when you go to show me a target, you should show me like, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. There you go. No, it was just because you're at an angle to the hoop. Where did it hit? Compared to you. Hit back rim. All your misses now are back rim. That's a good thing. Your old misses used to be left and right. That's really hard to fix. We fixed it because now all you have to do is figure out slot, right? But that's hard to fix for a lot of players if they don't know that. Now that you have it straight, now all you have to do is adjust your arc. And that's a shaft thing. That's an elbow over eye thing. So continue to work on that slot. Don't forget the slot. And if you miss left or right, that's an indication to you more probably it's out of the slot. If now you're missing short or long, okay, it's a straight shot. But now what do I do with my arc there? All right. So that's good. Most of your misses. That's an indication of improvement. Sometimes that happens too. Hook that wrist. Hook that wrist. Good, that was good. That was back rim. All right, back. Get a little carried away. Back in here. 1-inch shots. Pass. Let your palm breathe. Let your palm breathe. Good. Excellent. Keep that in the slot. Keep it in the slot. Get it up there and hold it for a second. Make sure it's there. Look at it. Admire it. Oh! See, yeah. See, it's like, oh, that's good. And then you're doing that. Right? With two-handed, go up and down. One-handed, come up to the point. Is it good? And then from here, don't go back down. Go up and through it. Okay? That'll teach you good habits. No, see. Don't do all that. Come up once. If it's out of the slot or something, adjust it. And then from here, go through it. When you have two hands, then you can start to work on that lever. Okay, but one hand, go slow. Yeah. And then from there, elbow over eye. You're going, see, you're still going kind of down. I might have to video it. You can keep practicing. That's right. Of course. But that was it. Hold that follow through, elbow over eye. Hold it. Hold it. Elbow over eye. There it is. Okay, back to that spot. Slot that. Put the ball in the slot. Right to the hip, up through the slot. There it is, much better. Because now you're not doing this stuff, right? You're getting that ball, your hand straight up in your slot. You're speeding your shot. Listen, some coaches, including the coach that teaches this, he won't let you dip it. He's an old school guy, right? He won't let you dip it. Momentum. So what he doesn't like, and neither do I, is this dip. That's no good because what you're doing is when you get it here, there's nowhere else for it to go but out of the slot again, right? You're out of the slot here, you're out of the slot there. But if you catch that ball here, right? Catch that ball here, and you dip, and it's not a lower, just bend that wrist a little bit, right? I'll do it righty because I'm righty. Right, I catch that ball, I do a little bit dip, but then I get that ball back up into my shooter slide, right? Up into my shaft, right? So I can still dip it, but I'm not gonna dip it here and then come up like that, right? I'm here, I'm gonna just bend my wrist, come back on my shooter slide. Right, because obviously out of the slide. Oh, this action, right? If it's here, it's already in it. Most importantly is wherever you catch that ball, right? If that's over here, right? All right, get that ball right into your shooter's hip pocket. I'm up here, I'm going right into my hip pocket so I can dip and go up through my shaft and my slide. Okay? So more important, don't get it down here, get that ball right to that hip, and then go from there. Okay? Back up a little bit. Excellent. There you go. Don't dip it beyond there. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay? Okay. Elbow over eye. There we go. L, shaft, shaft, shaft. Okay, I wasn't good. Say it out loud. I want to know what you're saying. Good. Elbow over eye. There we go. Shaft, shaft, shaft. That ball for the shaft. Think about your L. Think about your L. Figure it out. Good, good, good adjustment. There we go. Give me that roll. Elbow over eye. There we go. See those rolls you get with soft touches? Flick of the wrist, you get rolls. Alright, take some free throws, take 2 free throws. I'm gonna sit. 2 things that he does that you want to think about right now is his anchor step and how quickly he gets the ball to a shooter's pocket, actually up into a shooter's shaft, up into a shaft, okay, by the time his second foot hits the ground. All right, so what I mean by that, you're lefty, so let me think about this for a second. All right, so when you go, as a lefty, when you go in this direction, all right, LeBron James is righty, right? He talks all the time about when I score, if I want to go for game winner, LeBron always goes left, right? Because when he goes to pull up, he's square. And he talks about it in the interview. He doesn't even it's not like me saying. He says, you know, I usually like to go left because when I pull up, my body's already square, right? Here, as a righty, he's got to turn his whole body here, and it's hard to get square at the end of the game. So as a lefty, on this side, right, foot, 1, 2, that makes sense, very tight, very good. Over here, to turn your inside foot 1, 2, it's going to take you longer to swing that arm over, right? So what Klay Thompson does, again, he's righty, so he does it going in this direction. So when you watch him go this direction, watch what he does is he takes an anchor step and he goes 1 into a shot. So as he sees the ball still in the guy's hands, he's going anchor step. So that anchor step is going to allow him to time it out 1, 2. All right. So for you as a lefty, as the ball, and I'll pass you the ball, right? But you can also do it to spin the ball to yourself, right? So you want to work on that 1, 2 into a shot. Terrible. Okay. So I'm going to give you a bounce pass right now, so you can time it easier. Okay. The bounce pass will help you time it. So come from over there, and then just anchor step, and then hit like an elbow jumper. Okay? Here we go. Work on your anchor step. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so come to me, and right as you see me start to do this, that's when you want to take your anchor step, somewhere in this area, right? So that when you receive that ball, you want to sit. Okay? Right before that anchor step allows you to turn tight into your shot. Okay? 1, 2. Good. All right. It's all right. I should have given you a bounce pass. It's my fault. Stay low. Stay low. This floor's a little slippery. I gotta clean it. Got it. Start running. Yeah. You're running it. Control the pass as well. So start from the top of the key. Do like a then go that way. Make it a little angry step. You have to time it off of your own pass. Anchor 1, 2. Good. Alright, so it's going to take some time to feel comfortable and start to, add that to your repertoire. Anytime you're attacking this direction, right, you want to be able to go 1, 2 into your shot, okay? The other thing, the moment that your second foot lands, you want to have your ball up into your shooter slot. So I actually want you going to work on that. I want you going in this direction, okay? So I'm going to go, since I want you as a lefty going here, I'm going to show you as a righty going this way. All right, so what I mean by that is, and channel Clay Thompson, think about that. When he shoots the basketball, by the time his second foot lands, it's 1, 2, right? And I'm going to show you, I'm going to take a shot. Because when I shot it, I literally felt like him. Like I was like, oh, that's what he looks like. And if you think about it, that's Clay, right? He's here, and then he gets that ball right into a shooter slot. Right? He's here, he's 1, 2, and then he's up there. Right? Very quick. All right, JJ Reddick, same thing. So when you're going downhill here, spin the basketball to yourself, and then I want you to go 1, 2. Make sure that by the time the second foot lands, it's up in your shooter slot and you're ready to shoot. Okay? 2. Yeah. Yep. Speeding your shot up, your mentality, your physicality, everything that you're doing is right up into your shot, right? It's going to make you more aggressive mentally. Now, you don't have to step quick. It's a lot of it's timing, right? So, yeah, you might have to step quickly. Maybe somebody's chasing you up the street. But sometimes it might be something like, it's a timing thing, right? So don't go too quick into your steps. It's all about by the time that second foot lands, though, that ball's in your shooter slot. Inside foot, though. Step with the inside foot. Left, right. Yeah. As soon as you get it right up in your shooter slot. Keep going until you get a nice crisp make from there, so we can end on a good make. Start from the top of the key. Go downhill a little 45-degree angle. Good. Inside foot. Stay low. Inside foot. No, do it again. Inside foot. Beautiful. Not the right foot. Inside foot. Inside foot. Left foot first. Left, right. Stop. Good job. If you want to attack, awkward, right? Hard, right? But if you're, I got to attack. Right? And that's the difference. All right, take 2 free throws, and then we're out of here. Slot. Yeah, your free throw is super important. It's the best way to work in form, even in the middle of a game. Slot, shaft, elbow over eye. Excellent. Stop.